Greetings, YouTube. I'm filming this on the 3rd of January 2017, and the new Reichstag is in power. House GOP votes to gut independent ethics office. House Republicans voted in a closed-door meeting Monday night to strip the independent Office of Congressional Ethics of its powers to speak publicly, report crimes, get anonymous tips, and act independently. If this amendment is passed, the office will now be under the control of the House Ethics Committee. The Ethics Committee is run by members of the House, the body that the office was intended to investigate. So now the United States has created the Office of Congressional Ethics because the American people felt that the House was being unethical repeatedly. So they wanted an independent oversight committee to keep an eye on Congress. Perfectly reasonable. I have the opinion that no organization should have an independent, an internal affairs division that investigates itself for criminal acts. And whenever an organization, any organization, is suspected of having committed a criminal act, an independent outside organization should be doing the investigating. Because, funnily enough, if you allow people to investigate themselves, a lot of the time they don't discover there's a crime at all. Oh no. That prisoner that was beaten horribly and then shot by the police, completely understandable. No criminal, nothing happened at all. That kind of thing's been going on forever, for as long as there have been organizations. You don't let organizations investigate themselves. And that's what the House is trying to do here, making sure that there is no independent oversight, that all the oversight is done from within the organization. Now, one of the reasons that the House said they're doing this, the House GOP members, is that the Office of Congressional Ethics doesn't have any actual teeth, so they can't, they don't have legal powers. They're just an oversight committee. So I have the opinion, well, that's really easy to fix. Give them police powers. Give them the ability to make arrests, file charges, give them firearms and handcuffs, and start arresting House members who commit unethical behavior and break the law. So I would begin with, excuse me, I would begin with the GOP members of the House themselves. We could start alphabetically. We could start with the A's or the Z's, and we could just start arresting all the Republican members of the U.S. government. And after we arrested all of the federal Republican members, we could start moving into the states. And we could start arresting all of the Republican state politicians until we have arrested all of them, stripped them of their political powers, their citizenships, seized their assets, and deported them. And that would be a major step in the right direction. Yes, this is just a fantasy. It's never going to happen. We're burdened with this Nazi regime. We're stuck with them because the white nationalists in America wanted them. And the rest of us are now going to have to figure out how to work around these people and try to save the ideals that America is founded on. And one of the ideals that America is founded on is that our laws apply to everyone equally. And, for example, an ideal is that if you have more power, you need more oversight. The more power you have, the more scrutiny you should receive. And so we need things like the Office of Congressional Ethics. We definitely don't need the House to be allowed to investigate itself. And the only reason you would do that, the only reason an organization would do that, is because they want to commit unethical behavior and don't want anyone to know about it. The Reichstag is in power, folks. And this is their first step to turn America into a developing nation.